Get the engine mix up and go to the inside of the Ferrari. Prototype to the inside. Engine mix back down. The 6 Hours of Suzuka got off to a rolling start on a soaking wet track, as it had just rained all throughout qualifying. When the green flag was announced, the GT field was going through the 130R, leading to a short burst of power before everyone had to slow back down for the final chicane. The chicane was slow and tricky as the 21 GT cars tested the racing surface for the first time. The opening laps featured a sea of water spray as the cars negotiated sections like the S's in close proximity. John had started our number 65 SimHQ Motorsports car after qualifying 10th, and was in a nice train with Core Team and Blackhawk Racing, and to the inside of Blackhawk in the hairpin, but the Aston Martin with better traction out of the corner. During the first Code 80 period, the Core Team Porsche actually blew their engine. Not exactly sure what happened, but they had to park it on the side of the road. The race resumed, and the frantic nature of a wet track started to take its toll. And then down came the rain. John following the undercover sim racing Ferrari closely down the back straight. But passing was something else, as the rain made everything more complicated, cars recovering from incidents and slippery traction events. As both cars spun up their tires trying to get up the hill, John was able to sneak up the inside of the Ferrari and take the spot. A little over an hour into the race, it was my turn to get in the car.
Alright. There is one GT coming for position, and it looks like he's going to pass you.
You're good. Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Nice.
Spun prototype just ahead. Prototype behind. It looks beautiful. Sunset with the rain, reflections on the road, mist trails. God, this just looks beautiful. Getting kind of hard to see now as the sun continues to set. Raining with the spray from the prototypes. It's definitely tough conditions. Prototype's going around the outside of the S's. Caught to the back of the cars ahead. Both cars ahead are for position. See if we can get even closer to them now, but they are in sight. Right on the back of the Ferrari. Team car goes to the inside. A lot of spray. I can't see a damn thing, but on the Ferrari,
Car behind us, a prototype. Clamps down.
3 GT cars in a row. Porsche, Ferrari, Corvette. Get the engine mix up and go to the inside of the Ferrari. Ah, prototype to the inside. Engine mix back down. Ferrari off wide. Go around the outside of the Ferrari. The first part of the chicane. Engine mix back up. That's a spot 4 position into 7th now. Ferrari. Oh, sorry. Porsche off. Porsche wide, wide, wide. Gonna go side by side with the Porsche and get him cleared. Prototype to the outside. Got the Porsche. P2 around the outside. That was pretty tight. Oh, 2 prototypes going through the King. I'm just gonna brake and let them go. It's a P2 leading a P1, so they're going to want to switch positions as well. I'll just enjoy the spray. Oh, prototype right in front. Holy cow.
And Russell is on your tail position.
Yeah, prototype spun right in front of us.
Good run there, Troy. Hope you're having fun up there.
Yeah, it's going well. Yeah, I think it's as dark as it's going to get now.
You're closing fast on P5.
Oh, Corvette wide, wide, wide. Gonna take him. Alright, into P5.
Alright.
Engine 5.
Be very careful first lap, cold tires.
After gaining some positions on track, we were up into P5 in class. John, however, was ready to do one better as we caught the Revs UK team in 4th. And then on the back straight, it was actually an LMP2 car to the inside of the Ferrari that caused them to drop wheels on the outside grass and understeer wide. SimHQ Motorsports was into 4th. Jules got in for the final stint, and on the pit stop rotation, we took 3rd in class, and we're all set to stay there, having saved fuel for 5 hours and not needing a final fuel splash. Then the absolutely worst thing in sim racing happened. Jules had an rFactor 2 crash with just 30 minutes to go. He had his computer black screen and the car shot into the wall and took heavy damage. We were able to rejoin the server about 6th, but the car was so heavily damaged that Jules had to come in for almost 4 minutes of repairs. And our epic run in the rain had come to an end. After that, we just sat in 10th until the flag. 3rd with 30 minutes to go, down to 10th. Bitterly disappointing, but we know that podium was there, and we'll be back for it.